Okay, so are you ready to jump into Act 2, Scene 1 of Romeo and Juliet?
Let's do it.
Okay, great. We are going to unpack all of the juicy stuff from this scene
Yes.
so you can impress all your friends and your teachers.
Haha. Exactly.
All right, so just to kind of quickly set the stage for everyone, Romeo has just left Juliet after their secret little meeting on the balcony.
Mm-hmm.
He is totally head over heels in love.
Yes.
He climbs over her garden wall to get away.
Yeah.
And then his friends, Benvolio and Mercutio, are out looking for him, and they have no idea what's going on.
Right. Like, Shakespeare's so smart about this. The
Yeah.
audience is in on the secret.
Yeah, we know.
We just saw this romantic encounter, and now his friends are, like, out in the dark.
Yeah, literally in the dark.
Literally and figuratively in the dark.
Yes. That's perfect. That is so perfect.
Yeah.
Stumbling around in the dark. I love that.
Uh-huh.
So it all starts with Romeo. He's alone on stage.
Mm.
He's basically, like, gushing.
Yeah.
Can I go forward when my heart is here?
Oh,
Turn back, dull earth, and find thy center out. He's so love-struck. It's like he's being pulled in two directions.
yeah, his heart's back with Juliet. And
Yeah.
I think that Shakespeare's use of imagery here is amazing.
Yeah.
He's talking about how dull earth is. He's comparing it to the brilliance of his love for Juliet.
Right.
So it's just highlighting that contrast between, like, the ordinary world and what Romeo is feeling at this moment.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And then, in come Benvolio and Mercutio looking for him.
Yeah, where is our Romeo?
Yeah. And Mercutio, of course, being Mercutio, tries to conjure Romeo.
Of course he does.
Romeo, humors, madman, passion, lover.
Uh-huh.
What's going on there? What do you think's happening there?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's trying to, like, summon him, right? Like a spirit or something.
Yeah.
But I think he's also kind of poking fun at Romeo.
A little bit. Yeah.
Like, we know Romeo is, very dramatic.
Yeah.
Mercutio is playing on that. But the language that he uses, madman and passion, I think that actually points to something deeper here.
Oh, okay. Tell me more about that.
Well, like, that love can be this crazy thing, a kind of madness.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, it overpowers logic and reason. And that's a theme that we see over and over again in the play.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see that. Now, we know that Romeo was in love with Rosaline before,
Right.
but now he's in love with Juliet.
Mm-hmm.
Mercutio doesn't quite know about this change that's happened yet.
Yeah.
So he's still teasing Romeo about Rosaline.
Right.
He starts listing all of her attributes like Rosaline's bright eyes and high forehead and scarlet lip and fine foot and straight leg
Yeah.
and even a quivering thigh, whatever that means.
Uh-huh.
But Romeo says nothing.
Yeah, Romeo is totally silent.
What's going on there?
I think it's like Rosaline who,
Yeah.
he's so absorbed in his new love for Juliet.
Yeah.
He doesn't even care about Rosaline anymore.
Yeah, that's a good point. So his silence is actually really important.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, now we've got to talk about Mercutio's humor in this scene.
Haha, yes.
How do I put this? Let's just say it's colorful.
Yes.
So he starts talking about this medlar tree and a popperin pear.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if everyone's going to guess it, but these are actually like pretty dirty jokes
Right.
for the time. Like, can you explain what's going on here? Help us out.
Okay, so Shakespeare loved to sneak these little double meanings into his plays.
Yeah, right.
So a medlar fruit, when it starts to go bad, kind of looks like a certain part of a woman's body.
Okay.
And a popperin pear is from this place called Popperinge. They were known for being kind of, suggestively shaped.
Okay, yeah.
So the audience back then would have totally gotten these jokes. They probably would have been laughing.
Yeah.
But it's not just about being funny, right?
Yeah.
I think it's about showing how cynical Mercutio is about love.
Right.
Like, he sees it as this physical, almost animalistic thing.
Oh, I see. So Romeo is all romantic and Mercutio's like the opposite.
Exactly. And it makes you wonder how Shakespeare actually felt about love.
Right. Like, where does he fall on this?
Exactly. It's this interesting question that he kind of leaves open.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, so before we wrap up, let's touch on some of the big picture stuff here.
Okay, yeah.
What are some of the big themes that are at play in this scene?
So I think the biggest one is the power of love and how it can change a person.
Yeah.
Romeo is a different person now that he's met Juliet.
Mm.
His thoughts, actions, everything is driven by his love for her.
All right.
And then you also see these different ideas about friendship.
Okay, yeah.
Benvolio is worried about Romeo. He's trying to help him.
Yeah.
But Mercutio, he shows his love by joking around and teasing.
Right.
And then finally, there's this imagery of light and darkness.
Oh, yeah, we talked about the dark earlier.
Yeah. So Romeo's often hidden in shadows, and Juliet's associated with, like, light and the moon.
Right.
And that's something that we'll see throughout the play.
Yes. Okay, so lots to think about there.
Definitely.
So now that you've listened to this deep dive, you are totally prepped to talk about this scene in class. Pay close attention to how Shakespeare uses language and imagery. Okay, that'll help you understand the characters and the big themes. But here's one last thing I want you to think about.
Okay.
We see Mercutio's view of love, right?
Yeah.
Very cynical.
Mm-hmm.
We see Romeo's very romantic view of love.
Totally.
What do you think Shakespeare's view is?
Ooh, good question.
What do you think? Keep that in mind as you keep reading.
That's a great question to ask yourself.
Okay, so thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time for another deep dive.